My name is Monica Gleberman, and you're listening to Silence on Set podcast. On today's podcast, we're talking to the cast of The Come Up, which is Freeform's new upcoming reality show, which takes audiences on a journey as 6 New Yorkers find their way and their people in downtown New York. The series will showcase budding individuals from different careers as they try to make their way to the top and find themselves professionally and personally. So up first to talk about the show is Taofeek Abijako, Ebon Trower, and Fernando Casablancas. Fernando, start off with you. Why you wanted to participate on the show, and also where your modeling career has been going. And then I know that there was a film that you were recently in. So just kind of give us like a little update as to what's been going on.
So the reason I wanted to do this show, well, there's so many reasons. Since I was a kid, I would like pretend like there was a camera following me around, and I would literally be like fighting with my brothers, and then turn to the camera and be like, "Did you see that?" Like, you know, like sort of like
So
Boy Meets World or whatever. Like, really, what inspired me was the people involved in it. Cousins, Freeform, all these people that really understand us and want to tell our story and tell it well and tell it beautifully. I think that was the thing that really made me feel like confident and like secure in this project, because I just knew it was, whatever it was going to be wholesome, it was going to be honest, it was going to be beautiful, and it was going to be exciting. So that really inspired me. In my modeling career, well, it's been going well, thank God. I'm booked and busy. I'm actually getting on a flight to LA today. So tonight I'm leaving and I'm shooting for the rest of the week. And I think that I guess we'll all have to see lots of stuff coming out this month. Fashion Month is coming around, so when the show comes out, I think I'm actually going to be walking a show the day of the premiere. So I'm going to be busy, which is major. The film that I did, I shot it in New Mexico. It's my friend Luke Guilford's first film. His first feature.
He's such a genius.
And he's a genius. He's so good, and he tells queer stories in such a nice way. And I can't give away too much, but hopefully we'll be hearing more soon.
Well, I'll hop over to Ebon. So I wanted to ask you kind of a similar question, why you wanted to participate, and then how have things been going since the show? And even if you've like seen parts of it, how do you feel it's come out? I just find it very relatable.
Yeah. Once they came to me with the opportunity, I was in an odd place. I was in a place of like, I'm doing my thing, but how can it like be elevated? Like, I love what I'm doing, but like I can always do more. And Jess and Anna and Anne, they like sat me down, and it was like a very therapeutic conversation. I just wanted to let them know that like I am so down to do this show. Like, I live for the cameras. Like, if I could be a Kardashian, I would. And like I
Marry into the family.
Yeah, marry it to the family. I obviously was gonna do it. But I want to be seen in a very beautiful and positive way. I don't want this story of like this Black trans girl to be very negative. I want it to be happy. I want people to watch it and love me. That was like my deciding factor. And then as far as just my current life, it's too exciting to handle. I am very thrilled to be just sitting here. I'm thrilled to be in love. I'm thrilled to throw parties and pull looks, and it's still going. You cannot stop me.
One of my favorite names of all time.
Talfiq.
So I want to ask you also, reason why you wanted to be involved, and then how everything's going with like the fashion. I mean, like one of the youngest people ever. There's just so many great things that you're doing in this world. I mean, it's insane. So why would you want to be on the show? And then what are you kind of doing now?
I think one of the main reasons I wanted to be on the show, like my first impression was with the producers. That was like, I feel like my first interaction with them. I felt like, oh wait, like I feel like I can be friends with you guys, you know. And then personally, I also feel like in a way, like it's important, like with this moment in time gets documented, and not just my moment in time, but just what's happening in New York in general. And I wanted to be a part of that like little like writing in history, and and I think the show like captured all of it. And that's why I said yes. And when it comes with the brand, and a lot is obviously like happening, like I can't even I have no idea. Like, you know, I feel like I wake up some days and just go like, you know, it's like a little like, you know, imposter syndrome. Like, is that really me doing that? But yeah, like, you know, it's all exciting. Skipping Fashion Week, unfortunately, this September.
Good for you.
Yeah,
That's
Good for you.
But
It's really
in February, I have like, I would say, I'll say this on camera, actually. I think February, I'm putting together the best show of Fashion Week.
So just for my last question, what is your love of New York? And also, what would you tell fans if they see the trailer, why they should tune in and watch it?
I think the fans should watch it because it's just an inspiring show to see young creatives like following their dreams in New York, like a city that is tough but is so rewarding. Like the thing about New York that I love the most is that you like there, no matter who you are, where you come from, you will find your people if you like spend long enough here. There's people of all kinds. It's like such a melting pot that you will be able to find people that you relate to and that you like just identify yourself with, you know. So I think you should watch the show for the people.
Yeah. And honestly, I think even if you don't have the same similar background, you can still relate to like that feeling of wanting something or that feeling of not knowing literally anything. You know, I think we all put our heart and soul into filming. Some days it was hard, some days it was easier than others, but if you watch it, you won't be disappointed at all.
And also, if you want to see a lot of like beautiful faces, all that. So definitely number one.
But it's also even more powerful to see beautiful faces struggling.
The real.
It shows the humanity. It's not even a reality show, really. It's a docu-series because this is our real life. You know, it's unscripted. It's just like day by day.
No script.
You're like on the same point as we are when we're like following the story along, you know, like you know as much as we do when things are happening, like so it's really cool because you get to actually like follow along with like a journey.
Next up is Ben Hard, Claude Shwartz, and Sophia Wilson. I guess I want to start off with what made you all want to participate in the show, and now looking back on maybe some of the episodes, how do you feel how it came out?
I wanted to participate because I really loved the concept and the idea of it. And I was like, there's nothing out here like this. So I want to be a part of this. And then looking at the show, it's crazy to just see your life like reflected like that. And it's crazier to think that a lot of people will also see that happening and see you just being you. So it was kind of just crazy to reflect on all of that. A good crazy.
I wanted to be a part of the show because I'm an artist, and I feel like I have a very specific point of view as a photographer, being that I'm young and I'm Black and I'm a woman. And I have always wanted my work and what I have to say to see the largest audience possible, and to inspire other kids that look like me to do the same. So yeah, when this opportunity fell in my lap, I was like, this would be a great opportunity to showcase my work.
Yeah, for me, I loved the directors and the producers of the show before we started filming. And I was excited to get to work with them. And the project, I mean, it's like silly, but
it's silly, goofy,
and I don't know. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it was honest.
Definitely honest.
I think they used some good lines of mine.
Well, I want to ask, all three of you kind of have a different experience with New York. Why is it important to kind of discuss how flexible and how translucent New York City is? I'm a New Yorker. My experience is completely different than the three of yours. So I can tell people that don't live here. And I think you do a great job on the show explaining how kind of New York could be everything. But for the three of you, what is that like?
Mega important because it's like one of the probably the most diverse place on the planet. So you gotta show, you know, a good swath of what some of those experiences are like, you know, from anyone who's just like moving to living. Yeah, I think it's mega important to show all of that.
And then did any of you know each other prior to filming?
I knew Fernando, and I knew Sophia's boyfriend very loosely. And so I kind of met Sophia before we started. We did meet before we started filming. Yeah.
But
well, I guess we were kind of filmed. I don't know.
Yeah,
we kind of knew each other. But
I
definitely knew Fernando.
Claude, I want to know for you, in terms of your acting, how has things been going? Because I know that you're kind of like a rising actress star in the world. So I wanted to hear like the latest for you and what's been going on with you.
I'm getting involved in some new projects right now. I am doing a play that we're beginning rehearsal in September. And I think that's going to go on stage in early October. The dates are still being worked on. It's been pushed around a little bit, but hopefully some new things will be coming to you guys soon.
And then Sophia, for the writing, the last thing that was the New York Times article, obviously, and you having to tell your mom. So how have things been for you? What's like the latest update?
Yeah, so I'm a photographer, but for the New York Times, yeah, that was pretty sad that it fell through. But I've been getting booked so much recently, and I'm so grateful for it. I've been taking on a lot of really big jobs and campaigns, and I have so much that's about to come out that I can't wait for everybody to see. So I'm really happy about where I am in my career right now.
And then Ben, obviously I feel like you were figuring out the most. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of us probably relate because I think, you walk
Yes.
to a huge city and it's like, ah. So
Yes.
how have things been for you and how have things kind of changed since the show?
Oh my God, same thing. Always figuring it out, always taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, figuring everything out at once. So yeah, I would say it's continuing. I'm bartending, which is like a step for me and was like a goal that I had. So I'm happy about that. And then, continuing to audition, looking for an agent. So if you have any names, let me know. So yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, figuring it out all the time, always.
Well, I guess my last question, what would you tell fans in terms of tuning in and why they should watch?
For Claude's lines, first and foremost.
I know, her lines are the best for sure.
There's definitely no other show like it out there. It's very unique and very entertaining, and it's hysterical, and it's deep, and it's happy, and it's sad, and it's real.
Yeah, ditto. I mean,
It's
I
real.
think it's like funny as hell and it's entertaining. And if you want to see stuff about all sorts of different industries, people in every creative realm, we've got it all. It's a buffet.
Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the cast of The Come Up talk about their reality show and what fans can expect this upcoming season. The show will air Tuesdays on Freeform and will also be available streaming on Hulu, so make sure you check it out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're updated on all of our latest podcasts, and head over to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe so you're updated on all of our video content.